All right, there we go, and we are live. Make sure everything's set up okay. Got the audio and everything good. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Welcome back. My name is Broyar. If you haven't seen me before, we are going to continue our game as America in Civilization 6: Rise and Fall. We started this game last week, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the game, and we can kind of talk a little bit more about what's going on. Here is our tiny little empire on this kind of a narrow strip of land. I believe we're playing on the Island Plates map. Does it show it here? It does not show it here. I'm pretty sure that's what we started with. So that's kind of why we got this long, kind of thin island here that, I don't know, it's kind of cool, kind of interesting. Let's actually check something real quick. It is this, oh, that's not what I wanted. I was trying to hide it, but not, I guess you can't. It's all one continent, it appears like. So that's good for us. It's good for America. America gets a bonus to combat for everything on their home continent. So kind of the goal of this would be, we are going to go for our very first culture victory. We've never gotten one of those yet. We're going to see if we can get any achievements along the way. There's one specific achievement that we're kind of targeting, which is the, what is it called? I don't remember one. It's the one that's related to the Ninja Turtles, effectively. You have to have New York. You got to have great works from Michelangelo and, is it right? Michelangelo and Donatello or Raphael? I can't remember which one it is. And then you got to have Leonardo da Vinci to come through as an engineer and pop something. So here's Michelangelo. We are kind of headed that way. Currently getting 2 artists per turn, whereas everybody else is getting 1. So hopefully we can get him. That's the first one we've seen so far. The other thing, though, is that we do have to have New York, which we have not been able to have New York pop up yet. So we're going to have to kind of keep making cities here and there to see if we can get New York to show up. I'm actually a little surprised. Usually, a lot of games I've seen New York kind of comes up pretty early, but we'll get there. It is random, so there's no guarantee, unfortunately. We did take the city from Zulu. We kind of had an early war with Zulu. He actually took it, obviously, as a city-state, and then we took it from him. But yeah, ultimately, we're going to have to go to war with both of these guys. I mean, currently we're friendly with Dutch, but that will have to change because we want to take this entire continent for ourselves. That is kind of the goal. What else is going on? We got to turn on our water mill here. We got some holy site coming up there, campus. Do have a theater square that we've already got a campus here, which is what I think Zulu built that one, or maybe it was Kamasi before they got taken. So that'll get us our second campus, which is good. The water mill here in one turn will get us the boost for construction. We're going to go ahead and research defensive tactics all the way through because I don't think we'll be we can't really guarantee that we're going to be declared war on, so we'll go ahead and just let that one research all the way through. And other than that, the only other person we've met is Germany way up here. I don't think you're on the same continent as us, are you? No. You are definitely on a different continent. You're actually on Antarctica. North of us, Antarctica. Got it. Alrighty, well, let's keep things going. We do have swordsmen, so I feel pretty okay so far as military is concerned. We are 258. Shuck is at 305. Again, a little higher than us, but as long as we're half of him, I'm okay with that. We are a little bit less than half of Germany, which is currently, according to this, the strongest guy, at least that we know of. He's 3rd on the overall score, so we may need to bump up our military just a little bit to make sure he doesn't surprise us or anything like that. I would like to finish off Zulu. Cities are not the easiest to get at. This one might be a little easier, although it's a little bit of a kind of a narrow passageway here. This one up here with all the jungle, not going to be super easy. So we'll have to figure out what we want to do with Zulu. But I do think taking him out and finishing him off will be kind of critical to our overall strategy. All right, watermill is completed. I would kind of like to get, well, the amphitheater is not really going to help us with great artist points, which is what we need specifically to get Michelangelo. So I don't think that is what we're going to go for. Petra down here would make no sense whatsoever. It's really only good for, I mean, it's not only good for hills, but it's kind of better for hills, is my opinion. So let's see. Get the granary. Our housing's okay. Obviously, walls at some point, it's not terrible. You also have Liang, if that's where we want to start building some builders. Kind of leaning towards the holy site, because the holy site, or, I mean, obviously we can also go for the harbor. One of those two is going to give us, you know, what we need to get the great person, you know. Harbor, we'd have to buy a tile, which actually spends some money. I mean, spend some money to make some money. There's nothing wrong with that, I suppose. It's a good holy site. There's a couple decent holy site spots, and we'd have to spend money to get this. But if we're spending money to get this, then that means we're kind of focusing more on the faith side of things to get the great person. And since there's less faith that we need, and we're actually currently making more faith per turn, I do think faith will be the way that we're going to get at least Michelangelo himself. So let's go ahead and buy that. We're going to go ahead and use this as... Ooh, I say that. It's already giving us 2 faith, actually. Which I kind of like, but... I mean, what are we going to stick there? I mean, we're not going to stick anything there to make that tile any more worthwhile than it currently is. So... I mean, I don't know that we would ever... I mean, we'd have to like really be focusing on faith to actually work that tile. We do have a couple other, you know, faith tiles that we're already getting that are already beneficial. So I think covering that one up is not going to be a problem. We're going to go ahead and cover that one up. It's going to be fine. We'll still get the 2 faith that we lost just by adjacency, and then we'll obviously get more faith from the buildings within it. So I think that's okay. Again, that's kind of a worthless tile, and we've already taken really good advantage of this wonder with the other 4 tiles that we have access to around it. So I'm actually pretty happy with that overall. All right, cool. The next turn. Here's our watermill. It's going to give us the siege tower, terracotta army, which I don't know that we're ever going to build either one of those. Siege tower might help a little bit. Working our way up to machinery would be really good, because obviously crossbowmen could really help us with our next war. In fact, it might be critical to target crossbowmen, and at around the time that we get crossbowmen, kind of make that our kind of trigger point for going after Zulu again, maybe. Do need to build ancient walls to get a boost there. We may research that one most of the way, and then drop down some walls maybe up here or something like that. And then go from there. Something to that effect. This also gives us access to catapults, which we will be kind of needing, I think, to go after anything else with either one of these 2 guys. You want me to give you iron? No, I don't want to give you iron, because that would make you stronger, and that would be really bad for us. I mean, you're already going to be kind of scary strong by the time we come back at you again, I'm sure. So we've got to be very careful. Defensive tactics. Get some extra production towards defensive buildings. That would actually help us get some walls out very quickly. We're about to get the 2nd campus district for that one. In fact, it's in 1 turn. So I think we're good there. Build an encampment. Build farms. This one actually wouldn't be too bad. I think we can get 6 farms. We'll have to get some builders. But we do have a couple farms. We got 1, 2, 3. I thought we had at least 1 somewhere else. We can definitely stick 2 right there. Or 1 here for sure. We'll find a way to get 6 farms. That's not going to be a problem. Governor title. Do we want a new governor? Or... tempted to get Pingala with the hope that we can get him up to grants to get some more great people points. That could be beneficial. We are going to definitely want some great people. I actually think I like that. Let's take him. We're actually going to stick him... I'm not going to assign you yet. I'm actually going to see real quick. What is our city that is giving us the most science and or culture right now? It's definitely Washington. Okay, so Washington is where we would definitely want him, which does replace Magnus. But honestly, I mean, there's a few other things that we could chop down for Magnus before we move him. All right, so I think what we're going to do is keep Magnus there just long enough to get a builder out to chop these. And so in that case, we'll go ahead and stick Pingala somewhere, because we might get a couple ticks of him. Where would be a 2nd place? Probably Kumasi. Yeah, let's go and stick him over here. Get a little bit of extra science. That's going to be fine. All right, we'll start with that. we'll get a builder out for Magnus up here. And I think that will be fine. Just to clear this out, might as well take advantage of the clearing bonus that we have. Oh, China. Hello, Mr. China. Okay, there's our boost for the campus. Two loyalty, unit maintenance, +1 production to gold. I'm okay with a lot of those, although the holy site adjacency, if we're going to go really strong holy sites for our, we've only got one trader up. Let's get rid of you. Take the, not the campus adjacency, we'll take the holy site adjacency. And I think that's fine for now. I mean, I could also drop in the 100% defensive bonus, although we're probably going to chop our way out to a one of these. No, we're going to drop a U. We're going to get a couple builders out. Yep, I think this is okay. Get a couple builders out. In fact, we're going to get a builder out with Washington and then use that builder to chop out the ancient walls. Possibly. We could always buy the ancient walls as well. I'm actually going to swap off engineering for now until we get the walls up. I don't know if the pikemen will be super necessary. There's not a lot of cavalry from either of these two guys. I mean, it's not their unique unit is definitely not cavalry. Own two. Did we not get a second galley? Let's at least get that one part of the way. We should be able to get a galley out somewhere. Oh, there's a governor title right there. So we need 2 promotions to get you up to where we want you to be. Let's go ahead and go connoisseur. And then we'll go to grants. I think that's going to be fine. Alrighty. Just noticed my stream is showing red over here and getting a lot of dropped frames. I wonder why. I guess my network is giving me problems again. Well, if there's any issues, I guess people can watch the recordings back later, but hopefully it cleans itself up here in a little bit and ends up being okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. Guess we're okay. Let's go ahead and go next turn. Another unmet player. I guess it's probably a city-state, most likely. You want me to give you silk text, and you're going to give me 20 gold per turn. No, we want our silk text because that's giving us some faith. Sorry, dude. Might be a good idea to send you guys some delegates to see if we can at least make friends with you, because you're not going to be... Honestly, we want to play nice with everybody else except the people that are on our continent. So let's go ahead and send you a delegation. We reject our offer? Okay, fair enough. Maybe we should have done it sooner. All right, that's okay. Oh, there's Petra right there. I mean, obviously we weren't going to go for it anyway because we didn't have a good spot for it. But we would not have beaten him to it had we tried. All right, 1 turn on the builder. That's going to help us, like I said, chop out the walls, and then we can probably lay down some farms and some other things to get the feudalism boost. Alrighty, builder is completed. We're going to go ahead and do the walls now. Mahabodhi Temple gets us some faith as well. But yeah, let's go walls. You, Mr. Builder, are going to go ahead and move out here. This one's actually not too bad, but it is Plains Hills. We can definitely drop a mine or something like there if we chop it out. So let's go ahead and chop that one out. That's going to be fine. All right, shipbuilding is done. We should be able to get us a galley here soon-ish. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if we're going to need the pikemen. We don't really have any lakes, do we? There's actually a lake right there. I was wrong. There's a big old lake over there. Well, you know what? Maybe we should go for that one. You never know. Maybe we could squeeze that one out. That would actually not be too bad. Could make this city down here, or even a city over here in the desert, you know, halfway decent. New continent discovered. Thought we'd already discovered Antarctica. All right, so you're going to give you open borders and you're going to give me some money. Sure. Alrighty. Okay, I got 3 turns on the walls. And holy site in 1 turn. Actually, might not have to get out there in time to chop out the walls, but that's okay. We'll get the walls built one way or the other. Alrighty. Holy site completed. We do want to go ahead and go right into the shrine, I believe. Go ahead and keep building up our faith production. Let's check out Michelangelo. We are in the lead here. We need 2,000, so, we're getting there. We're making 3 artist points per turn. That's really going to help us out a lot. The great engineer that we're looking for is Leonardo. Just trying to make sure none of these... none of the 3 guys that we need have been recruited. I don't see them. Yes, no great artists and no great engineers have been recruited, so we're good. All right, we'll go ahead and chop you out. That will finish the walls. Gets us that boost. You can now produce. How about we go and get the other galley out? Just because that will get us the boost for the other thing. Feudalism, you can go ahead and swap off of that. Getting an encampment would be kind of nice. Start working on civil service. I think we'll get to 10 pop. I say pretty soon. I mean, we're at 8 right now, but we're not growing very fast. Is that because of housing, though? It's absolutely because of housing. So we can fix that here soonish. Especially if we get a couple farms out here, come to think of it. Maybe a couple farms right here and here. Although right here is a good place for another kind of district of some sort because of the adjacency from the other 2. Alrighty, trade route. Let's go. How do I want to do this? Well, I definitely need to start trading with her again because she's going to get angry if we don't. And for now, we want to keep her a little happy. Actually, if I have a trade depot here... do we want to back you up to Washington and run trade over there? Maybe? Yeah, let's back up to Washington. Let's go to Washington. Let's see if we can get trade like all along here. We may actually trade with the city first, just to get another trade trading post there, and then trade to Harlem after that, because that'll give us several trading posts along the way. Do I mine? And then chop after that? I think that's probably fine. We'll need another builder to set up the farms after that anyway. Oh, great writer. I was like, I didn't even know. I was like, we already got this great person. I didn't even notice that this one was coming along just nicely. Sure. We'll grit this one. This is obviously going to help us with our other stuff that we're going for. All right, you're going to come over here and chop this one out as well. And there's our trade route. And I want you to go with... Oh, it's not going to go through here. Yeah, if it goes anywhere else, it's just going to skip those altogether. So it's actually not as good. We're going to have to swap it back in order to trade with you. It's a loss of a couple turns, but now we know. I guess I could have looked at, allowable trade routes before I moved him, but I guess I made an assumption that he would go the other way, but he would go through the water instead. All right, Chaucer here. I don't think I have anywhere I could stick you. Because... actually, no, I can move this to there. And then I should be able to use you where we're at.
A knight there was, and that's a worthy man.
Gives me a little bit of culture. Starting to get some tourism, so we'll start with that. Oh, wow. Yeah, my internet connection is really bad. So you know what? This is not good. It says there's 2 people watching, and I think one of them's me. So I don't think I'm letting anybody too much down, especially if you're not able to watch it right now. I don't know what's going on. I apologize for that. I keep calling my internet provider. It's sad because literally, I think I said this last stream, but literally across the street from me is like better internet, like across the street. But my house does not have good internet. Like, it's got good internet for downloads, but not good internet for the upload. So it's frustrating. But anyway, I think I'm going to have to call this because it's just, I am getting way too many drop frames. This is obviously unwatchable as far as the stream is concerned. I am going to continue the recording though. So you will get to see this going up this next week. So you won't miss anything in that regard. I'll keep working on my internet, see if there's anything else I can do. But yeah, I apologize for that. So we're going to have to just call it because it's just, I'm getting 46.8% dropped frames. That is not acceptable. That's will be I would go, I should have stopped it a long time ago, so I apologize for that, but I wanted to at least get the first 20 minutes out since I'll put a cut in there for the stream that goes up or the videos that go up. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Apologize for that. You guys, I will keep recording though for tonight, and you guys will see those coming up, this next week. So thanks for coming out for the few minutes, and then we'll see you. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. All right, so that's the stream stopped. I think. It just says stopping stream, but we'll see. Come on. And we'll keep going with obviously the video because I can record just fine. Alright, well, it'll stop it in its own eventually. So, alright. So we're going to go ahead and keep recording. And here we go. Let's see here. What's next? Oh, actually, we're not doing too good on the scoring over here. We got 5 points to get before... Or 6 points, technically. Stay in the normal age in 10 turns. Not going to be super easy, but we'll do the best we can. Alrighty. Chaucer, we don't really have anywhere else for you to go. Now, we could go ahead and get an amphitheater down to get that second one, which was probably exactly what we will do. Alrighty. Yeah, we can get the amphitheater down, like I said. We can get a library down. Still wouldn't mind. But yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a Mahabodhi temple. Just gets more faith. More faith means more great people. I'm going to get the apostles to, you know, improve our religion a little bit. You know, I kind of like that, actually. Why not? Let's drop you there. And Chaucer here. Just chill, buddy. You're going to chill until we get another an amphitheater set up somewhere. Mr. Galley, how about you just go exploring? I think everything else looks good. Now we're good there. Let's go ahead and finish off. We'll go ahead and finish off what we're doing, and then we'll swap to machinery after that, and that'll be fine. You're going to go ahead and chop this. Gets us a couple turns on Mahabodhi. Not a lot, but it's something. All right, trader, you're going to go ahead and go with this city. 7 gold, 1 science. Not too bad. I'm glad you're enjoying the fact that I'm trading with you, although we will have to make you a target at some point. Oh, there's it right there. It figures. It's a really good wonder, although it wouldn't surprise me if the player that built it put it in like a single lake tile or something like that and basically is getting no benefit from it. They like to do silly things like that as well. Alrighty, I think we build out the temple. We're going to get the amphitheater. Again, I think we got to keep going with the stuff that's going to get us the great people first until we've at least guaranteed that we've gotten the great people that we want. Although, again, we still need New York as a city. We're actually losing pop in Washington right now. Let's see what I can do with that.
Strategy requires thought.
Can we swap off that? Focus on food. I just got to get some buildings in place with housing, which none of this stuff is going to give me housing. I mean, the only thing that would give me housing is some farms, and so that's really what we got to do. We've got to get at least a farm here possibly here. Not sure what else we're going to do. All right, machinery it is. Just double checking, make sure my stream and everything's looking okay. It looks like it's good. The drop frames are obviously not existent anymore because I'm not streaming anymore. All right, okay, we're good. Sorry about that. Everything else looks good here. We're close to obviously a 10 pop city. If we can get the housing here, we'd be fine. But it's easier said than done. We could also come over here and consume the bananas, but that's a really good tile right now. Five turns on medieval. All right, swap off of you. Let's come up here and guess we'll pick up a couple points in military training. We may even finish that one off completely. We'll get us an envoy, although I don't think that really helps us much, does it? Just Carthage. One turn on the holy site here. Colosseum, that's a really good wonder. All right, there's the holy site. Yeah, going right into the shrine. Can't keep pushing up the faith stuff until we get to the spot we want. For you do need housing. Let's go and grow with the granary.